I believe that war should be the absolute last thing that nations get involved in, that every opportunity short of war must be exhausted before we go to war. That's far more important for old men and women to yak at the negotiating table than it is for young men and women to die on the battlefield. War should never be the first option, the second option, the third option, the fourth option. It should be the last option, which is why I'm a little upset with the anti-war movement today. You see, many of them have adopted the sort of the woke principle of putting a Ukrainian flag next to their name. If you put a Ukrainian flag next to your name, you're not anti-war, you're pro-war. You're supporting the policies of the United States and NATO that made this conflict possible. Do you not understand that of all the parties to this conflict, only one sought to use every means possible short of war before going to war? And that was Russia. It was Russia that tried to make the Minsk II Accords work. It was Russia that sought to have a negotiated settlement with NATO and the United States. You know, the December 17th draft treaties that they put out there. It was Russia that did everything necessary. It was Russia that sought peace on the 1st of April, a month into the conflict, only to be shot down by Great Britain, Boris Johnson, NATO, and Ukraine, which doesn't want peace. Ukraine, which for 8 years bombarded the civilians of the Donbass while the world remained silent. If you put the Ukrainian flag next to your name, you're not an advocate for peace. You're an advocate for war. So shame on you, peace movement, the anti-war movement. You're really nothing more than the pro-war movement, but even then you're hypocritical because you do one thing, claim the other. Why don't you join me and be part of the real war movement? You know, the one that's prepared to sacrifice everything for what we believe in, up to and including going to war, but understand the horrible consequences of war and therefore will do everything humanly possible to avoid it, to exhaust all venues possible short of war before going to war. That's what I believe in. That's my 2-minute topic. Remember, knowledge is power.